What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss everything going on here in our country that you need to know about on a daily basis, including money, investing, the stock market, the fourth stimulus package update, and stimulus check update. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure to click the subscribe button down below. Right now, as it's completely free to do so. And this way you won't miss out on new videos that come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also, thanks so much for hitting the like button for us down below. We have some major announcements out of Congress and the White House here that are just really coming out right now here that we'll go over here. We'll also talk about the national stimulus checks here that lawmakers are considering. We'll go over the details on that and kind of the what Congress is kind of going over right now here on multiple different things here. We got a lot to talk about here in this video, so let's jump right in. Okay, first up, initial reports coming out here that the White House is going to extend the moratorium or the payment pause on student loans, which are set to expire here at the end of this month for over 40 million people through August. Yeah, so this is major, major news because this affects over 40 million people. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about here in this video. This is just one of multiple different things here. So number one, these student loan payment pause for everybody with federal student loans. They have not, or you have not, if this affects you, this is about 1 in 6 Americans, 1 in 6 adults here, have not had to pay student loans all the way back to 2020. This is a stimulus provision that goes all the way back to former President Donald Trump and has been paused since March of 2020. Since March of 2020, and initial reports are coming out that the White House is going to extend these payment pauses now again through August. Through August. Yeah, you can see here, according to initial reports, Fox News is reporting the Biden administration is expected to extend a pause once again on federal student loan payments, though the proposed timeframe is far shorter than what the Democrats have been pushing for, according to reports. According to reports. Although, nonetheless, this is good news because for 40 some million people, this is a stimulus provision that will be extended and they will not have to pay their payments. They will not have interest. They will not have garnishments. And the average student loan payment is around $400 per month. So this is very, very expensive. Of course, some people's student loans are far higher than that. Very, very expensive. An administration official familiar with the White House decision making told the Associated Press that the freeze on payments will extend through August 31st. August 31st. Payments were rescheduled to resume May 1st, or, they were going to stop. The last day was April 30th that the payments would end, and May 1st would be the first day they would start after being halted since early in the pandemic, all the way back to March 2020. Yeah, you can see here this extension will apply to more than 43 million Americans who owe a combined $1.6 trillion in student debt held by the federal government, according to the latest data from the Education Department. 43 million Americans. So this is not official yet. I will have probably more news for you guys later on today if we get official news here today. But you know me, I'm going to give you news as soon as it comes out. So this is what is currently kind of in the works, according to anonymous sources at the White House. So if you have student loans, if you have friends or family with student loans, remember there's over 43 million Americans with student loans. And this is just one more stimulus provision right now that looks like it's going to be continued. Looks like it's going to be continued. So they're still continuing to pass more stimulus measures like this one. Um, and this one's going all the way back since 2020, since March of 2020. So we're going on like the third year of this now. So let me know your thoughts here in the comments. I will keep you up to date on this one when the official announcement comes with the official details on this. And honestly, it could be extended after that as well. And remember that President Biden has also campaigned on doing at least $10,000 of student loan debt forgiveness that he has not done yet. He has done $11.5 billion in student loan forgiveness last year for certain groups of people, people with disabilities, people in the public service student loan forgiveness programs, people where their schools closed on them or defrauded them. There's been several billion dollars more of student loan forgiveness this year, including from the student loan servicer Navient, who was involved in a lawsuit and actually had a bunch of private student loan forgiveness. I think it was to the tune of about $1.7 billion was the Navient private student loan settlement. And again, it was certain people that qualified. Contact your student loan servicer if you think you might qualify for that one. That happened this year, actually, only about a month or two ago. But remember, President Biden had campaigned on removing $10,000 of student loan debt, which he hasn't done yet. May do this year because it's a big election year, not for the president, but for the House and the Senate and most states, governors, and mayors. So, something that could be done this year through executive order or simply through the education branch, as that $11 billion last year was just simply done through the education branch. So they can do that if they want to, and they've already done billions of dollars, but they haven't done it for everybody. Okay, and Democrats are calling on the president to do this. Okay, or maybe he'll wait until closer to his election, or maybe he won't do it at all. So we will see. I will keep you up to date on this. Also, there could be more types of debt cancellation. Remember, he's already done billions of dollars of debt cancellation, and Bernie Sanders, as well as other Democrats, are calling for other types of debt cancellation, which he could do as well. Remember that student loan debt cancellation, people used to think it would never happen. Now they're literally doing billions and billions of dollars of student loan debt cancellation. And now they're calling for other types of debt cancellation, like mortgage debt cancellation, credit card debt cancellation, tax lien or IRS tax debt cancellation, and just any type of debt cancellation, medical debt cancellation. That's actually been in the news here a lot lately. Actually, just recently, as you can see here, they just passed major thing here just a few days ago. Medical debt to be removed from credit reports this summer. Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, the three major credit reports, are eliminating billions of dollars in medical debt from credit reports and will no longer, for most types of medical debt, will not show on credit reports starting this summer. So that is major, major news for millions, actually, I believe tens of millions of Americans starting this summer. So that's number one. That's a major, major thing here. And remember, there's already billions of dollars of student loan debts that's being canceled, or even more that could be. But billions of dollars of medical debt and other type of debt could be canceled in the future as well. Senator Bernie Sanders is calling for the cancellation of medical debt as well, saying that medical debt is largely a US problem. A lot of other countries don't even have medical debt because medical debt is or maybe I should say that health care is a right in a lot of other countries. Their healthcare systems are just covered by being a citizen. They have health care for all. They have Medicare for all. They have Medicaid for all. they're called different names, but being a citizen of their country, they give you health care. They have health care for all. And people like Bernie Sanders think that medical debt should not be a thing in our country. And medical debt has just literally bankrupted a lot of people in our country. You can see here like 2 weeks ago, Senator Bernie Sanders is calling for the cancellation of all medical debt in our country. And this is something that's also very possible because, I mean, they're literally canceling billions of dollars of student loan debt. So medical debt is also a very real possibility. I mean, very real possibility. And, especially with inflation just going crazy right now at a 40-year high, and it being a major election year right now, Democrats are currently in control of the House, the Senate, and the presidency. And a lot of people, the Republicans, especially, and the current polls going out right now showing the president at an all time low right now, show that the Democrats could be in trouble in this next election, not for the president, but for the House and Senate. The president's not up for reelection. You can see here, everybody is worried about gas prices, but diesel is driving inflation more than you think because diesel prices drive the price of groceries and the price of pretty much everything you buy at the store. And this is the exact or part of the reason why Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats are considering payments or checks considered to fight gas costs. And this is exactly why Nancy Pelosi said, in her own words, that they're considering stimulus checks.
If you're going to have to pay for it and you don't want it to come out of the trust fund, something could be a rebate card or a direct payment. And those are the things that are being considered.
Yeah, so you heard it directly from Nancy Pelosi. She and Democrats are considering, you can see it right here in the headline, you heard it directly from her, uh, direct payments, direct checks. And we have multiple different proposals here already, or bills, I should say, that have just come out here within the last few days. Democratic House representative from the House of Representatives has already announced a bill for $500 stimulus checks per person, which would be $1,000 per married couple for two people, from the House of Representatives, called the Federal Gas Relief Program, or actually called the Putting Gas Money Back in Your Pocket. So this is from the House of Representatives. It would be a federal gas relief check program. And this has already been announced, not voted on yet, though. Not voted on. This is not for a specific state. This is for the whole country. He's a Democrat from California, but he's for the House of Representatives, which would be for the whole country. For the whole country, again, not for a state. There is one for California as well, which would be just for the state of California, which, as you can see here, California car owners could get up to $800 for gas. Again, you can use it for anything. You don't have to use the check for gas. Just like when you got your last stimulus check, you didn't have to use it for gas or food or rent. But California car owners could get $800 for gas. It's $400 per person for the state of California. Again, not passed yet. But this comes directly from the governor of California. So it's pretty serious, pretty serious. And remember, the California governor and California state legislature last year sent out $600 stimulus checks and $1,100 stimulus checks to people with children. So it was an extra $500 for people with children last year. That went out to like over 27 million people in California. Basically, everybody that made less than 27, or I'm sorry, it went out to 27 plus million people, but everybody that made less than $75,000 and filed a state tax return for California. The reason you had to file a tax return is because they had to know how much money you made. Um, Very, very similar to the nationwide stimulus checks, kind of the same income, you know, stipulations. So $400 per person for California, $800 per married couple. We have a current proposal here, similar from Representative Josh Harder, $500 per person, $1,000 for married couple. Nancy Pelosi has been asked, and she says they are considering or could consider just a same type of stimulus check, which was sent out last time around, which would be a $1,400 stimulus check. And really, because it's an election year, this is very, very possible. And remember that um, Democrats can pass this on their own. Democrats can pass this on their own without a single Republican vote, because they can pass it through the reconciliation process. And that's also how they passed the last stimulus check, even with Democrats, Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema. There's also where am I at here? Right here. They have a proposal from the Democrats for $300 per month stimulus checks to help Americans struggling to pay for sky high gas. Per month stimulus checks would add up quickly because this is the same amount that Democrats have passed for the child tax credits. And if you got those went out to over 60 million children. So these are, again, very, very possible. They're not like fairy tale checks or something that's not doable, because these went out last year to over 60 million children. They're currently stalled right now because they're deciding what they're going to do with Build Back Better package, deciding if they're going to pass this as a standalone bill with Mitt Romney and the Republicans. Mitt Romney actually has a bill that's a little bit more than this. It's actually $4,200, or yeah, as you can see here, $4,200 for children under the age of 6. That's actually $350 per month. This is from the Republicans, or from Mitt Romney leading it. He's actually leading the charge for the Republicans on the virus aid right now, which is actually a little bit stalled actually at the moment, as they're having a little bit of disagreements. They had a deal, and then now it's stalled. This is typical Congress, right? Um, Same thing with the child tax credits. These are monthly checks that are $250 to $300 per month, $3,000 per year per child. But again, they're stalled at the moment. Stalled at the moment. So this is the problem with Congress, is that sometimes it takes them a while to get things done, and Republicans and Democrats both have these issues, unfortunately. Yeah, so you can let me know your thoughts in the comments. Maybe it's a good thing that it's an election year. You can let me know your thoughts on that. I don't know. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican, so maybe it will light a fire under their, well, you know what, and maybe we'll get some action out of somebody, or else somebody will get voted out. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe who knows? I guess we'll again we'll see. But there's a lot of different things here that we're gonna need action on, and as well as the student loans payment pause. Again, another really, really massive thing here for 43 million people. And that's a really big thing, because of 400 and some dollars a month as the average payment. Some people's are a lot more than that. That's a lot of money. That's $5,000 a year, almost, for your monthly payments times 12. That's a lot. That's a lot. A lot of people don't have an extra $5,000 a year lying around. You think about $400 a month times 12. That's $4,800 a year. It's a lot. It's a lot. College is very, very expensive. And yeah, so let me know your thoughts here. I'll keep you up to date here with everything. Make sure to subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so. And remember that new videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And click here to watch my newest video next about unexpected stimulus checks, kind of some weird ones that were announced in several different states and for several groups of people. Yeah, definitely watch that video next if you didn't see that, because It just might be you. So click on that video next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.